You 6.
Okay, why does OBS just randomly stop working?
9.
Because
10.
OBS is crap.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, I'll introduce us. Hey, Quail, can you get the background for us quick?
Wait, the picture?
Did you just call my boy Heckworth Quail?
Yes.
That was so rude of you.
Alright,
Call
here.
him God next time.
Alright, here.
Okay. Let me finish this fucking can.
That's amazing.
Oh my god, that's good. I like that one that you did there, Luca. I like that one.
Not this fog.
This new friend is Luca?
I don't really care.
Yeah. Here, let me just just change his nickname so we know.
Who the fuck is that right there in the bottom right anyway? Where
That's Heck.
Is that's not
Heck.
No,
Yes.
that's
That's
not
Heck's
a gas
docs.
mask.
No, it's Heck. It's his face, his eye docs. Back when he did that before he just did entire face docs.
Yeah, back before I face docs daily.
Well, whatever. No, you're in there twice. You're the fucking little bird up there. Then no, you can't do that.
No.
No, the bird's symbolic. Little quail. Come
Nah,
on.
fuck that.
You
All right,
can't kick
nah,
the
that's
quail
perfect
out.
placement. Then just cover up that ugly mug.
Alright, fine. I'll just do
With that
I'll
fucking
do
quail, get him out of here, get him out!
I'll do the vaporwave thing where you have the eyes censored.
Get the quail out of here, get him out, get him out!
Get
I
that
don't want
fucking quail out of here, man.
shot, get him out! Quail out of shot right now, Johnny!
I'm gonna send a snap to Lyle right now. Show me down this fucking can.
Wait, penis. Can you
Anyway.
bio?
I think we're ready.
Then Croco made me
yeah.
laugh and I couldn't finish it.
Yeah, I
You
think.
guys think we're ready?
Yeah, I think we're good here.
Ugh.
Ready.
Okay. Starting.
Lyle, I'd prefer if you were actually talking.
Ugh.
I will eventually. Oh,
Hi.
Okay, you can
Hey.
introduce yourself. I will introduce the
Oh,
introduce yourself.
Yeah, we'll go down the list. I'll be, saying like, hey, when with me is, and then Croco will say his name, Joe, Lyle, blah blah blah.
Okay.
We can't coordinate. Who are you
Yeah,
talking
we can.
about?
That's really fucking easy. Look at it.
Are
it's
you
in a
kidding
fucking
us?
alphabetical order.
Oh shit, it is.
Yeah,
fuck.
Wait,
it's there
are we
for
going
you
right
already.
now? We're going right now.
Yeah, we're good. All right. Okay. Everyone, shut up. All right. Okay. Hindsight. Do the intro.
All right, welcome to RWU 2 podcast, and we've been gone for a little bit, but now we're back. So, with me today, I am Hindsight, and the rest of my podcast hosts are.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm Croco and I'm highly autistic.
Oh, hi. I'm Heckworth. I'm also highly autistic.
I'm Job. I'm a normie.
He has been skipped over apparently, and our mute friend Lyle, who is now he has a
I'm
voice.
not necessarily mute, but yes, that's me.
Okay, well yes, he is our resident spick. He fills out our diversity quota.
Yeah,
That's why
and
we-
we also have our
Well,
intern Luca, keeping a watchful eye over all of this.
Yes, he brings us water. He's a great guy. You should spend your money and throw it at his third world country.
Okay.
Luca. Oh.
Okay. So, you want to do first story of the day here?
Yes, of course. Oh wait, we didn't even introduce what the fuck this podcast is
Oh
about.
yeah. We should.
If you're new and joining us, we are just a couple of people on the internet, random people who don't mean anything to you specifically, but might entertain you with current events and memes involving the politic nature. So, with that out of the way, take it away.
All right. First story of the day here. You want to do the Oh Jesus Christ! You just want to do the just start right off the bat with the,
Yeah, let's hit
colostomy,
it hard.
the colostomy bag.
Yep.
Can I read the title?
Yes.
You sure can. Joe.
Australia's online porn horror. Girl, 16, is forced to get a colostomy bag after rough group sex, as an increasing number of female high school students suffer serious injuries from their porn-addicted boyfriend.
You want to read like little subtitles there, Joe?
That's a mouthful. So,
Girl 16
A girl.
will need a colostomy bag for the rest of her life for their anal sex.
Debilitating experience is just one of many porn-related accidents.
Say
They
violent porn resulting in severe injuries as people reenact scenes.
Holy fuck.
Okay, so...
Oof.
Oh wow, this article's short as fuck. Okay. So...
Wait, we all been there, pal.
We
But the pain will be long term.
No, we have not been all there.
Where...
I don't know what you're talking about, Hindsight.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're 14.
Yeah,
Whoa, age docs. Colostomy bag.
It's a bag on the side of your stomach.
It's a bag that you shit in.
No, it's a bag where that's like that's connected right to your intestines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of these. Wow.
So
Yummy.
to any listeners, don't do that.
Like, how did she get this? What happened?
She got rammed so hard she has to shit out of a bag for the rest of her life.
How?
Okay, but
That's awesome.
All right, so okay, let's get into the mentality here. They're teenagers, right? He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just grunting and thrusting like a dumb animal. And after the 40 seconds, he's just in a washed-up amazement after rolling off, and she's just sitting there in a bloody heap.
You had to know who was fucking good.
Yeah. At what point does at what point do you stop?
He's fucking
When she passes out from the pain. That's when things stop.
I didn't notice that the intestines were getting fucking eviscerated. Sorry.
Just don't fucking rip a girl's intestines out without knowing what you're doing, dude. You don't...
Just whoopsie daisy.
Oops, drop the intestines.
Boys will be boys.
All right, fellas. Finish glass.
There had to be some fucking foul
Man.
play here, you know what I'm saying?
But on the real though, don't do that. If you're young, just fucking don't.
So,
You don't know what you're doing.
Okay, so the first time anyone tries anal, just understand that the porn stars have done it multiple times. They've probably prepared before the shot, and they're like nice and stretched out and everything, so it goes in.
You don't
easy,
see the lube.
etc. Yeah, you don't notice that. But if your girl is like, oh, just put it in my butt, and she's never done it before, she's not in for a good time at all. FYI.
Here's what you do: is that you just basically give
Also-
her your pinky, and then you'll see exactly
way
how
up.
bad it would be.
Well, okay, yeah, you could do that too. I just
I like in the downloads in the fucking cast right there. It says fake RWU.png saved. I like that. I like that right there. You can see it.
God.
Oh
damn.
shit.
Yeah, I can't see the stream. I'm doing something else. But
Oh, I'm watching it. Don't worry.
Alright.
You doing
Can't
it.
see the stream.
okay.
Anyway, let's. I think we can move on.
Yeah, I think
You wanna do the-
I think we said enough about. Well. Wait. I think there's one more little point that we can make to this. So,
Oh, she's only 16.
So they're using
Wow,
this.
that's what
So
I've
they're
been
using
saying,
this.
you fucking
The Australian government's going to use this as a way to ban explicit material on the internet.
Base, the nanny state.
The nanny state's gonna strike again.
The absolute state of the nanny state.
Imagine like the ATF, except it's all evangelical like grandmothers or whatever who are like, "Are you watching porn?" They kick down your door and kill your dog.
Imagine the ATF but porn stars.
I don't think so, Sonny.
I'm pretty sure that is a porn.
Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology senior lecturer Megan Tyler said her research found that pornographers had been making their films increasingly more violent.
Well, why is
You should
that?
just ban porn.
Well, why is it
I
getting
will
more
agree on
violent?
that because, like, when I go on like 4chan or something and I'm on any of the red boards, hey, calm down. You see those like Brazzers ads and they're fucking disgusting. They're
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh my
like,
god, yeah, you go.
gratuitous.
Yeah,
That's
you,
You
like-
know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you go on fucking R9K and it's just the most like disgusting,
don't
like
go there.
animalistic,
Time out.
like the fucking ads.
It's the same. It's the same as the Mafia City shit. Like it's purposely bad and awful. So you're like, haha, let's watch porn now. Haha.
No, like
No,
like,
no,
I-
no.
They get the most. They
it
get the
is.
most like silicone-filled people, the most disgusting, grotesque displays of humanity, and throw their uglies at each other, and then that's
Yeah.
that's it though.
No, I
that's
urge-
it. You can't
No,
you can't
no.
look at a porn ad and be like, wow, this is awful, and then go off and masturbate.
No,
Come
no.
on.
As of like January,
Feel good
no,
for
no.
everyone.
As of January 20th, 2019, I urge the audience go on your mobile device and go on R9K and just look at the like.
Don't
fucking
go on R9K
No, just
Pick
any,
any
just
other
any,
Red
just
Bull.
any other shitboard, and just look at like the most absolutely horrific fucking ads on that website.
Like it is an actual horror show. I'm not
let's-
kidding.
It's not fucking
No, we cannot show them. You have to go find them.
I'll verbally describe them.
No, don't
No,
do
no,
that.
no, no, no,
That
no.
might be gratuitous enough.
Okay, so in this one,
God
Joe,
damn it.
stop.
there's a mom. Okay, they're in the shower. There's a little nerd guy. He's got a massive pecker, but his other mom walks in.
Joe.
We'll just leave it there. We'll just leave it there. It's a mystery.
All right.
Then they.
All right. So let's just. We're gonna
No
move
one
on.
knows what happens next.
Okay, so you know what happens? It's that one like Billy. Have you been masturbating thing? It's that.
What?
All right. We'll leave the rest of that to imagination.
This is a
Now,
bathtub.
let's move on to our next thing.
I
Britain's
was-
first transgender family now transitioning
Their 5-year-old.
their 5-year-old son to be female. A family dubbed Britain's first transgender family has announced that they're encouraging their gender transition of their 5-year-old son, Jaden. According to the family, Jaden, a biological male, likes dresses and hates, quote, everything about being a boy. Big thinkies, how that happened.
I just want to start by saying, was that one about anal sex like a prepper
No, it was
for
wrong.
like is this the theme though? Like
Joe,
No,
the
that's
theme like stuff in because
the little boy's stepdad, Greg Rogers, is a 27-year-old biological female who now identifies as male. The mother is a 21-year-old woman named Jody. Both Jody and Greg are furious that concerned citizens, referred to as, quote, trolls by many UK-based outlets, of course they fucking are, have reported them to social services for apparent child abuse, as they should. The couple, however, maintain Jaden, who is on track to medically transition in a few years, is properly cared for. What's your take on this, guys?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I just want to begin by saying that the author is a woman and she spelled Jody differently in the first paragraph where she's mentioned, and maybe like 3 letters later it's spelled differently.
Yeah, I did notice that.
What? This is why I think Hitler did nothing wrong, okay?
Okay, I'm going to transcribe for Lyle. No, actually, I can't. I'm doing so that.
Trans.
Is Lyle talking?
Yeah,
No,
like,
he's not.
just. Can we just get like the Stephen Hawking?
I
thing?
need water!
like just like it's just like a robot
To
voice.
hate the opposite sex doesn't mean, nor is it healthy, thought process to even transition into the opposite sex of your
Can you read that
biological.
not like a retard?
Stephen
That was a
Hawking.
Stephen Hawking. That was rude.
To
was
hate
not
the
like-
opposite sex doesn't mean to... Wait, no. Fucking...
You're
I
fine.
can't even...
He's a Swede.
Yeah.
Hates opposite
Fuck.
sex doesn't mean, nor is it a healthy
God
thought.
damn it, Lyle. Where's your fucking mic? You had it just a second ago. Did you get, like, some Mexican boy just ran into your room and just fucking stole it?
He got robbed.
He's still in Mexico, isn't he?
No, he's in South Texas.
Lyle,
Okay,
fetch
so
me
basically-
my
So,
water.
yes, he's in
Okay,
Mexico.
back on topic. Back on topic.
Alright. Both, no, we've had people saying we're using Jaden for attention. Big thinkies. And she just wants to be a girl because I changed sex.
You know,
Greg told the Daily Record, quote, "It's ridiculous. Jaden knows nothing about my past. She just knows me as Dad." Yeah, sure.
Bullshit.
Oh, fucking crap, dude. Holy shit.
hey, do we need
Greg
to talk
claims
about...
that their 5-year-old son is, quote, adamant she is a girl, citing the boy's affinity for dressing up as a princess from the popular Disney film Frozen. Quote,
This is more
they
proof
say it's
that
cruel that
Frozen
we let her
ended-
wear dresses, but it's not more cruel to do nothing when you've got a kid so adamant she's a girl. She's ripping her hair off and banging her head on the walls. Okay,
Oh my god.
sure.
This is
So-
this is more proof that Frozen was a detriment to human society.
Okay.
I'm confused.
Like,
I'm sure you're not the only one in this story, Joe.
everyone's just confused.
Don't you go ripping your hair off and banging your head into the wall wearing a Frozen dress, would you?
So she's a fucking psycho. Ooh.
Well, I mean,
everyone in
let's
this
see
family,
what he has been raised by.
whatever
Like,
the fuck
is
it
there
is.
oh my god.
It's almost perfectly imperfect.
Like fucking liberal ass parenting, you would go psycho too, dude.
Look at that!
True.
Look at that photo, real quick. It's in general. That's the.
Yeah, Americano.
Come on.
Oh my.
I think it's kind of funny how the biological female man, Greg, right there, looks kind of like a Chinese dude afterward, like a little Mongolian fat guy.
Like a little soy eater.
This image
A
hurts.
soy vacuum. Yeah.
This image
Yeah.
hurts. Because if you just like posted that image and like without the context, this would have seemed absolutely normal. But no,
No, you can totally
it
tell
wouldn't
that
have.
that's a female.
I don't think so. No, like if you posted this image and like with absolutely no context, you wouldn't have given it a second thought.
I would have given it several thoughts.
I'd be like,
I
oh,
would
two
look at
dykes
that
raise
dude.
another female. Nice.
No, whatever.
I would look at that dude and be like, hey, why is he so Chinese?
Yeah, you'd just think that this is like a Chinese guy.
Unironically, yeah, that does look very Chinese. Like, it's really weird.
Chungy.
I don't know. That's what hormones and soy at the same time does to you, I guess.
When you get the soy allergy. Soy
I wonder-
allergies got you like...
Soy allergies turning into a chink. Oh.
Okay.
Well, I mean, okay, so let's be...
Okay.
Isn't it kind of like the Asians, they consume, I think it was 40% more soy than the rest of the world because of just how their fucking diet is, and that's why they don't like guns?
Tofu.
Well, has there ever been gun culture in Asia? I don't think so.
Not really. I mean, you give them a bow and shit, they'll go fucking crazy. But still.
Like if we just detour totally.
I feel like it hasn't been glorified to the extent
like
that
Japanese.
But if I give the Japanese man a horse and some steps to roam on, he's definitely gonna find himself a katana and go kill some villagers.
Yeah, but like do you guys know how fucking ridiculous like Japanese gun laws are? Because if
No, they're
we get
insane.
yeah, like if you're like a farmer, okay, like an actual farmer in Japan, like out in the sticks, and you have foxes and stuff eating your chickens, you're not even allowed, like, you need to get like 20 different stamps of approval to get like an air rifle to try to get the fox to go away.
Fuck that.
You know what's funny as fuck? I was looking at that not too long ago, and they built a solution for it. Do you want to know what it is?
What's the solution?
It's a scarecrow, except it's like a scare fox against, that. And it's a robot of the extinct Japanese wolf, and it's horrific.
Or
It like screams and yells
when
I know.
Possessed.
because
human
it's
robot.
like it looks like a demonic fucking robotic biological disgusting hybrid
Of
thing.
course, they
And
take the
imagine you're
opportunity
fucking-
to make.
I cannot think of a
Imagine
more
you're a
Japanese
fox.
solution to this problem.
Exactly. Imagine if you're a little fox, you want to get in the hen house, you want to get some egg or something.
A
You know what I
demon
mean?
robot
And
wolf
then
comes around the
this
corner.
fucking-
screaming.
Yeah, this fucking like Terminator comes out of nowhere screaming at you, and like smoke is coming out of it, and you're like, oh god, you run the fuck
I think
away, right?
Like foxes are eating your chickens. Fucking build a mech.
Yeah, that's
The eternal fucking jab. It's beautiful.
Metal a weapon to surpass a Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
1000 auction.
Oh my god.
It's just that on a small scale. All right, we went way off topic. We went
That's-
to Metal Gear Japan.
Oh,
Okay.
All right, but yeah, anybody else want to talk
Oh.
anything else about this topic?
How about the New York?
Oh, the New York split. Okay.
What?
York
What?
split.
Okay.
No, I was talking about the transgender family thing. We all
Oh.
think it's absolutely disgusting, right?
Yes.
Well, it goes without saying that it's all awfully disgusting. It's just masturbatory in nature. Oh, look at us! Look at how progressive.
I do want to point out one thing: is to transition someone that young. Well, obviously, kids they don't know what the fuck they want. A 16-year-old doesn't know what the fuck they want.
I wanted a
I
crane.
still
That much
don't
is
know
all.
what I want,
Whatever
bro.
happened to like little boys wanting a crane? Like when I was a kid, I wanted a giant fucking crane so I didn't even know what I was supposed to move with it. I just wanted
When I
the
was a
crane
little
because I
boy, I
wanted to be
wanted
the
to
head
kill
of.
Zozer.
I wanted the head of that power. I wanted to be
I
controlled.
want a fucking crane right now, dude.
I want a crane, right? I want a killdozer. Still, that's anyway. But yeah, like Karako, he won't know what he wants until like 8 years from now. So, but to transition a child that early, the hormones will absolutely wreck his body, and it will actually ruin them. Like, they will never ever develop their sexual organs. Any kid, like male, female, who's transitioning like this, they won't even be able to fully transition because there won't be enough to work with down there to do the fucking surgery. You know, the reconstructive things. You are actually setting them up for suicide. You're going into it,
well, it's
like
inherent
waving your flag,
insurance.
going, "Yeah, we're doing it. We're heroes."
If you look at this picture, given the track record of transgender suicide, one of those two in that picture are going to die.
All three of
Isn't
them are
that
marked for
funny?
death. Let's be honest here.
We're getting marked by Caesar, dude.
They've been marked by Caesar.
But really, it is a tragedy.
A pirate walks up to them and gives them a black mark each of them.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
They wake up tomorrow, they've got the fucking brand from like Berserk on their neck.
Oh wait, you've been spotted by the.
No, that'd be too cool. Anyway,
They got the mark
Yeah,
of the
this is-
outsider.
no, like memes aside, still, this is bad, real bad. I don't like the idea of we're doing this for tolerance. Well, what the fuck are we tolerating? Look at this.
You
Take
know,
a step
what
back.
they really wants to fucking kill kids. Like,
I mean, it's just death all around.
they want to
Yeah.
fucking collapse cult, dude. They want to fucking destroy everything.
Collapse cult.
All right,
Okay,
I think
we're way
I've
off
said
top-
enough.
Yeah,
I've said enough
okay.
on this.
Now
I
for
think.
something a little less inflammatory. Possible New York State
New
split.
York split, guys! Yay! Woohoo!
All right, who actually lives in New York who can take this role?
James.
No
we have
one.
one sleep right now.
James should have done it.
All right, this opinion's discarded, guys. We can't do that. We can't do
Wait,
that.
so-
We're appropriating an entire. I'm kidding. Of course not. Let's fuck this up.
Oh, New York State may split from New York City. It's the same as fucking California. when they split
Balkanization
from
of California.
Yeah, the balkanization. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a strong word. You can thank
Same
Chief
shit.
Star for that one.
Oh, hold on. Let me read this because I did no prep.
It's really short.
Go ahead,
I
buddy.
can read fast.
Uh,
56%.
No, yeah, you're kind of drunk. You know, you might have that like autistic Rain Man thing, but with reading.
You can read fast.
Split this. Alright, I'll read this.
It's verbatim. It's like you just replace New York with California.
New York may split from New York City. The Washington Post reports secessionists have been working behind the
Secessionists?
scenes. Fuck off, man. In New York, to split the state into two, or possibly even three regions. The hope is to help out the state's struggling economy. Many residents in the Hudson Valley and upstate regions claim high taxes and tough regulations have been harmful to business. Some also believe that New York City's liberal views don't reflect those of the rest of the state. While the idea
Jefferson,
for
California.
new, the fact that it could actually happen is something that is getting people to take the idea more seriously. The way that the split may happen is to hold a constitutional convention. The state allows the convention to be held every 20 years, and the next one will be eligible in 2019.
Nice.
Representatives from the different regions around the state can make changes to the state's constitution without having to get approval from lawmakers or the governor. Those changes, however, will need to be voted on by New Yorkers during the 2019 election. Aside from splitting the state apart, other advocates are calling conventions so they can make sweeping changes in New York regulations on guns, the environment, abortion, and healthcare. Ooh.
Croco, I'm really proud of you. You read at a 10th grade level. You're getting full marks this season. I'm proud of you.
Croco gets an A+ for today.
Yeah, he gets a little smiley sticker that smells like grapes.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Sounds
huff it
good
the
as a
entire bus
strawberry.
ride home.
Shut the fuck up, hindsight.
Anyway.
Mom's gonna get you ice cream on the way home.
Yeah, you're gonna go to 31 Baskin Robbins. You're real treated.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
This podcast is not sponsored by 31 Baskin Robbins at any point, but if you do want us to sponsor you, you can
Sponsored by Pepsi.
DM me. You know what I mean?
We are not. We are in no way sponsored by Pepsi.
Slips in a
But
DM.
Pepsi, if you want to get some, DMs are open, baby. Anyway,
Pepsi.
Okay, so I think this article is it's mostly just saying that like upstate New Yorkers, like they're nothing like the actual New York City dwellers, and how like they're
Fucking hive
basically
mind.
yeah, like the New York City hive mind. So
I personally haven't heard anything about this
me either.
until right now, so I doubt it'll come out within really. Oh wait, you live on the Eastern Seaboard, huh?
Yes,
I've heard
Well,
about
it might be a
on
thing
history
where it's
video.
exactly like the situation in California, where everything is ran by the cities and like the rural areas of New York, if that kind of exists or whatever.
They're just vassal
They don't
states.
Sounds like
represent.
it.
They don't get their proper representation. They don't really get anybody focusing on them on the government level.
Crocker.
So to secede away from there might be their best option that they see, because they're being ruled by the majority of the people who live in the New York State, so that their problems don't matter comparatively. You know what I mean?
I think
how they're being viewed.
if any kind of secessionist vote like this would work, they'd have to rebrand it not as a secession because that carries representation, but some kind of just word it better for people to not leave that taste.
Give it big
like,
bold
oh,
letters that say breakaway.
Yeah, spell it out too. Put it in Spanish so people can read it. Yeah.
And fucking
Hey,
Hebrew.
Hey,
Lyle, can you say breakaway, but in Spanish and in your thickest, sexiest Mexican accent, if that exists?
Eminem doesn't do that, dude. Alpha.
Come on.
Lyle, are you there?
Will we see?
Lyle fell asleep 3 days ago.
Dude, Lyle got fucking killed by the cartel. We were just listening to Ernesto earlier.
Break away.
Wait.
Alright, yeah, Crocker, why
That's
don't
the
you handle
song.
it? You're the resident Mexican now.
Will we see the return of feudal city-states by 2030? Like California becomes like a set of feudal
Mexican
city-states.
Taco Bell. That's what it means.
I want to see the Democratic People's Republic of Las Vegas. That's what I want to see. It'll be a hellhole.
I think you mean the Republic of New Vegas, pal.
No, I was thinking like North Korea, except Las Vegas.
No, I was thinking city-states like fucking Renaissance Italy.
House always wins.
How the fuck do I say this word?
What
Hold
if
on.
it's like a really fucked up thing where it's kind of like Athens and Sparta and shit?
And there's
like
just
California.
constant friction.
warfare?
There's just constant
Yeah.
friction and
Face,
warfare
imagine,
between
like,
the different
Greek
states.
America.
That'd be amazing. I fucking watch the shit out of that.
Ancient Greek
Colonize
America.
America. Who would be the
This is
first?
another reason why we should build a wall around California, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah, and
That's the best boomer shirt I've ever seen on someone ever. I was at a fucking gas station up in the sticks north of where I live, and there's this guy. It says "Build a wall around California." It was on this old bearded boomer. It was beautiful.
Okay, but is he wrong though?
He's not at all.
See?
But while we're talking about Mexican states,
You should have
breakaway in
bought him
Spanish.
a Monster Energy Zero for his service, for wearing that
guys,
shirt,
all right, guys, next story.
spreading that positive message.
All right,
So,
so
guys,
so-
breakaway in Spanish is separarse.
guys,
Yeah, I can see a crowd of New York City people just shouting that.
Separarse. I can't say it.
All right, next thing.
all right. If we
What's
haven't
next?
gotten demonetized or killed any chance of it already, we're gonna get it
I'm
now.
gonna say the N word.
We're gonna say it. We're gonna get it now. Nobel Prize winner James Watson stripped of all titles over his reprehensible views on race.
Oh yeah,
Who the-
guys, stop.
And
Hold on, who is this guy?
he was one of the
He
people.
looks-
He was one of the main people behind
Damn, yeah, they
be-
fucking know
behind
that
fi-
ad block.
behind discovering DNA.
Oh,
Whoa,
really?
Don't allow ad
that's fucking
block.
huge.
Hold on.
Oh shit, okay. So, Nobel Prize winning scientist James Watson was stripped of his honorary titles from Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory, the New York facility where he worked for nearly 4 decades. The facility said it condemned his views on race and ethnicity, which he recently expressed in his PBS documentary, American Masters Decoding Watson. He resigned under fire from the Cold Spring Laboratory in 2007 after telling a British newspaper that people of African descent tend to have lower intelligence.
Ooh.
The black pill.
Spicy.
I agree.
Or red pill. No, it's not a black.
In the PBS the documentary, the host asked Watson if he had changed his views on race in the decade since his departure from the lab. He said that he had not. Dr. Watson's statements are reprehensible, unsupported by science, and in no way represents the views of CSHL, its trustees, faculty, staff, or students. The laboratory condemns the misuse of science to justify prejudice. The laboratory said in a statement on Friday.
Well, the rest of this article just goes on that that he worked figuring out DNA and.
All I want to say
he's a smart nigga. Is all you need to know.
Yeah, he was very big brain, very big brain.
There has to be a more flattering photo than that.
Of course
Watson.
I'm sure they took the picture where he looks like cracked out Bernie Sanders just to make him look bad. But okay.
Holy shit! There's way better photos of him. He's photogenic.
All I gotta say is this is like a red pilled Bernie Sanders dude.
No, Bernie Sanders doesn't really do anything other than leech off of college students. If you're a college student, I apologize for your stupidity, but still.
Hey.
This guy. Yeah, they had like a million pictures that they could have chose of this guy.
Oh. Look at this guy. Hang on, I like this photo. Hang on, let me copy that image and put it in general.
It's got 3 years.
I like this because he's standing next to some DNA. Like, yeah.
According to Luca, it says it's okay to kill a baby if it's. Thanks, Luca.
White.
Very cool.
Thank you, Luca.
It's okay to kill a baby if it's split.
Alright, fucking hell.
Lyle, welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have chose like a million pictures of this guy. Although he does have yellow teeth, so I mean.
I don't think he cares.
I mean,
honestly,
at this
after
Who is he going to impress?
After 70, you can be as
I feel like
Especially if you discover fucking DNA.
Yeah, he got a free pass to look as disgusting as he wanted when he was 30. Honestly.
That's fucking yellow.
Like, he'd be like, I found the chromosomes to make me look attractive, and I chose not to use them anyway. It wouldn't be fair.
He could have harnessed the power of chromosomes.
According to this data, despite making up only 13% of the population.
We already covered that one in a different podcast. I think.
That one really makes me think.
Makes me think.
Did you know that the black people are in fear?
Croco, stop being covert. Anyway.
Oh, he said the black word!
Let's move on. So, speaking of black, 90% of ocean and plastic waste comes from Asia and Africa. I believe most of that might be from Asia, to be honest.
Yeah.
But let's see. It has been estimated that 8 million metric tons of plastic, holy fuck, ends up in the world's oceans each year.
Wait, do you guys know about the fucking ball of plastic somewhere in the Pacific Ocean?
The ones where the penguins live on them?
The size of supposedly the size of France, floating in the.
Oh shit! That's amazing.
I would actually want to take a trip to it. I want to see.
Why not just make it on an artificial island? Then
just sink it off the reef somewhere and just.
Dude, what if it be like a roving ANCAP nation
built on the back?
That's beautiful. It's poetic.
Guys, it's mortal engines, but on the sea and with pollution. Think about it.
That's amazing.
I'm the one person living on the fucking garbage island.
Anyway, all right, let's get back onto it. The world's plastic problem has quickly become a plastic crisis. Around 5 trillion pounds. Fucking trillion?
Holy fuck!
It's almost how much I weigh.
That's a lot. It's almost as much as Job's mother. Anyway, major efforts to remove plastic from the oceans are a long ways off. So researchers at the Helmholtz Center for Environmental Research in Germany concluded a study to target the source of the ocean's plastic. The results, published in the Journal of Environmental Science and Technology, shows that reducing plastic pollution in the Yangtze and Ganges River, I probably butchered that.
Yangtze and Ganges.
Shut up. The amount of pollution that ends up in the ocean every year could decrease by half.
What for thanks, dude? I told you.
Can we not just,
no.
I don't know, incinerate that?
Incinerate the plastic?
It's on the ocean. It won't
That
burn.
you can't incinerate.
No.
Plastic
It'll never
without
burn
creating-
again.
You can't burn water. You can't burn water.
No, bullshit. I've burned water before.
Good God.
Anyway.
Man.
Getting to the source of pollution is one of the best ways to get ahead of the plastic crisis, according to the study. One thing is for certain, this situation cannot continue. Christian Schmoltz, a hydrologist at Germany's Helmholtz Center for Environmental Research, told the Daily Mail, quote, But it is impossible to clean up the plastic debris that is already in the oceans. We must take precautions to reduce the input of plastic quickly and efficiently. I kind of don't like that. Like, hey, the problem's there, it's permanent, but we can slow it. That's the best we got.
The flow.
We can. I mean, think about it. Like this.
Kill the
Like
Chinese!
this. No. Think
Rocco,
about
stop
it. This might be. This might be the way that we can get. Like this. Like, you know how like the Dutch have always been like fighting against the ocean, and like half of their entire country is like below sea level. Maybe the way that we fix this is by making barrier islands made out of this, and we build buildings on top of this.
It was just...
And
Garbage islands.
You see, that's literally what I was going to say. Why not just make it an artificial island and then,
and then inhabit it. We colonize the garbage.
What would we call... No, it's not garbage, it's plastic. What would we call Plastic Beach?
Yeah, German Garbia.
Would we call it Plastic Beach? Is that the roving continent?
Let's call it Medland.
New Atlantis.
New land.
New Atlantis, except it won't ever sink.
German garbage.
I like to think that we're way past the point where doing any harm or trying to reduce any harm to the planet is already too far pointless. So why not just speed up the growth? Honestly,
just keep it going.
You know, because we're too stubborn of a species to try to collectively as a group all do something better. So let's just fuck it up, bro.
Job.
Collapse cult. Collapse.
Man, you're overdosing here.
So, going back to the name of this island, it could be called Suliao, which is apparently plastic in Chinese.
Suliao.
That would be actually pretty appropriate. I saw a chart once where it was all of the nations, like how much plastic and trash and shit they throw into the oceans and pollutions, yeah. And on the same chart, how much money they spend to reduce it. America, we take up a pretty good chunk of it, yeah, but we aren't even half on there. But we do spend the most money cleaning up the thing.
Yeah, because
China and India, though, are fucking massive on there. They're huge.
And I presume they don't spend much into it.
They don't spend anything at all.
Good.
Speaking of China, you want to go to the next story here?
Are we done with this? Because there's some more to it. I think.
Yeah. What do we got?
Okay, so yeah. To find out the biggest contributors of the ocean's plastic, researchers reviewed data of 79 sampling spots along 57 rivers. The worst polluter was the Yangtze River in China, which sends 1.5 million tons of plastic into the Yellow Sea every year. How do you even do that? Like, it's ridiculous. What the fuck?
Amazing.
Like, I don't get it. How does that happen? Do the Chinese just fucking chuck it in there?
I assume it's just a bunch of waste material that doesn't actually get used in anything.
So weird. Anyway, it's not well known how plastic from rivers end up in the ocean, even though rivers become major carriers of waste, and the study helped shed light on this issue. Wait, how do you not know? You can just fucking observe it.
You just chuck it in.
Whatever.
Like...
Yeah.
Right.
Only the few of the world's rivers contribute to the largest amount of plastic the study found. The top 10 ranked river transports 88 to 95% of the global load into the sea. So, out of all of the rivers that do throw in the thing, only the top 10 actually fucking matter, apparently.
I like to think any conservation efforts... I was just eating Cheetos, so I'm eating myself. But I like to think any conservation efforts are drastically over-dramatized.
Don't give a fuck.
Over-dramatized and backed for masturbatory good looks, but then also it's just a giant Jew conspiracy to take shekels away from us. That's it. That's all it is. There's no point to saving this earth. Okay?
Well,
Your
I
bloodline
mean, we
won't give
live
a
here.
fuck. No, we do, but for how much longer? Let's be real. Let's honestly be fucking real about it.
Joe,
Hopefully at
what's
least
going on
50
with you
No.
today?
Pretty things are pretty. Yosemite is pretty. Let's keep it pretty. Let's keep the nice places pretty, but let's shit up the rest of the places. You get me? They're not going to get any
No.
better. China's not going to get any better. India's not going to get any better. Let's be real. Let's be fucking real.
Joe,
Come
are
on.
you okay? What the fuck are you even drinking?
I honestly, I hate the, we gotta save the planet. It's not gonna, I'm gonna be dead in 60 years.
Collapse.
It's okay.
The collapse.
Collapse cold, bro. Honestly. What do your kids? Your kids
This
don't
man
care.
yelling on
The kids, listen to me. Your kids are gonna be hooked up to VR for their entire lives. That's how they're gonna live the world. That's how they're gonna live their entire life to VR and like with an IV drip. That's how they're gonna take care of themselves. They're not gonna give a fuck. They're not gonna want to go outside and
They're gonna,
Okay.
Imagine Zoomers.
they're not going to
30
want to go on bike rides.
Imagine-
Kids can't even ride bikes anymore. Let's be real.
Zoomers 30 years.
There's
from now.
no point. Let me finish my Cheetos. I'll be right back.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, fucking Joe.
Black pill.
Alright, but yeah, I think that this world, we could at least slow down the kill of it. That's just my view on there, because, you know, I'm one of
What
the
is the
live here.
fuck?
You okay, pal?
No, Joe was not okay. But I do think we are also destined to say, fuck this gay earth, and then fucking leave.
Well, look at the next
Have
story.
any-
Look at the next story. China's expanding
That's, yeah.
in space.
China
If we
just-
shit this
Exactly
place
where I was
up,
going.
if we shit this place up, it'll just accelerate the need to leave.
No, listen.
Anyway.
there's no-
That'd be awesome. Forget
There's
Terra.
no
Let's move
joke.
on. Now, Mars,
Joe.
China. Let's continue.
Alright, it's not even Mars, though, you retard.
Exactly.
China just landed
Oh.
on the far side of the moon. Could it become the first nation to already be shitted up by China on an extraterrestrial?
The outer heavens are already polluted.
China, just do it.
You see, that's exactly what I was going to say. There's no recovery. There's no restoration. There's only rebuilding. We have to rebuild elsewhere.
There's only
I love how the two Mexicans are completely keen on leaving.
No, I want to
Couple-
leave too,
first-
but I also kind of like want to not shit up the place while I'm still here.
First
Right,
instinct
Cheetos
is to
are-
run away. I get it.
Remember the Alamo?
You think there's any correlation?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck you up, kiddo. Anyway.
I wonder.
Okay.
In a milestone that underscores China's ambition to become a global leader in space exploration, the Chang'e, I think, 4-liter lander became the first space vehicle to touch down on the far side of the moon, where it began to explore the terrain that had never before been reached. Chinese scientists have had long ambitions to establish a manned moon base and to send nuclear-powered rockets into space. Why? In future decades to colonize and exploit space. Exploit space. Fuck yeah.
Exploit space.
Let's exploit space. I want to do it.
Exploit space.
Gonna throw garbage into the moon.
That's very
Let's
expensive.
just have rockets that no, let's do the Futurama thing. Where you grab all the trash, right? We strap it up to a rocket and just fire it into the
Fired into the sun.
into space. Make it go away.
But it'll fucking come back.
Yeah, but that won't be our problem for how many years?
About 3,000.
Rough.
It was 3,000, right? Probably got stuck into that fucking cryogenic chamber for like 3,000 years or something, and that's when the little trash rocket came back.
I mean, they could fire it into the sun and then not have to worry about
I
it.
feel like that would have more consequences.
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
No,
It's
because
like fucking.
the sun,
Hmm.
it's constantly shooting out its energy, and the bigger a sun is, the faster, the more mass and surface area it has to throw out that same energy. So, technically, by adding fuel to a fire being the sun in this analogy, you're making it burn out quicker.
However, this is also like getting a droplet of water, right? And just bloop right into the ocean.
Yeah, it won't really matter too much there.
I mean, even a little hotter of the sun could drastically fuck up everything.
I don't think that. Like, how much? Like, what are we shooting into the sun? Fucking like like
Oh, I don't know, 5 trillion tons of
Just-
plastic.
yeah.
you-
How much does the plastic burn? Like that's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting acted on. It's not really fueling it.
I think it'll just incinerate before even like reaching the sun.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
I finished my Cheetos.
Yeah,
Proud of you.
it'll just fucking
Proud, pal.
Anyway, so the Chinese are sending probes to the far side of the moon, and we're fighting over whether or not we should allow multi-sex bathrooms. I see how it'd be.
Well,
I think we should just take all Chinese rights away from them.
Oh god.
Let's do that. Chinese aren't people. Let's be real.
Moon.
Okay. The China has insisted that it has absolutely no plans to militarize space.
That's a damn lie.
Hmm.
I was making a space force. China has to fucking compete, dude.
you see, but then it becomes a
Although-
race of who will do it first.
Although the Pentagon says that countries already have developed ways to have anti-satellite to satellite combat,
That's amazing. I love that.
and it will be and it
The
can be
fucking moon
activated
front.
and it can be activated by 2025. There will be a network of anti-satellite weapons.
Based.
Moon front.
Here's
The
something
fucking
that
solar front.
that I've had a fantasy of for quite some time. I want aliens to find us, specifically for all of humanity to unite and go fuck that thing, and then we go kill them.
Starship Troopers, but the Americans are the troopers and the bugs are the Chinese.
No. Starship Troopers, except it's Starship Troopers, unironically.
Space Vietnam.
You see,
Nordic aliens.
Space Vietnam.
You know what would be even better is if they come in peace, and they're like totally like completely fine and all that shit, but we misconstrue whatever the fuck they were trying to say, and we shoot them on sight, causing a huge war. But they're really bad at war, so we just steal their stuff, and we go out and conquest the rest of the fucking galaxy.
nice.
I
Fucking-
think all that it would
Space
take is
Vietnam
just
song.
like. All that it would take is just like one UFO flying over Washington D.C. and like there'll be enough panic and we'll just nuke each other.
Just Independence Day.
Yeah. No. The UFO doesn't even need to do anything. It just floats there.
You mean
Yeah,
like District 9?
That's restricted airspace,
Restricted airspace, please.
obviously.
Donald Trump comes out in a fucking mecha, he's like, you're violating my NAP.
You're violating my NAP.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, the lunar lander is just the beginning parts of an ambitious, carefully planned, long-term space plan that includes colonizing and exploring the commercial possibilities of our solar system. After unmanned rocket launches, China can become the third nation to independently send a human to space in 2003. It also
The other ones, of course, being America and Russia.
yes.
Based.
China plans better space vehicles, deep space exploration, and exploitation. Okay, so
That really really gets my noggin
going
job.
on. Something's going on, pal. I don't know.
I quite
You know,
like
in the
that.
midst of this, and the announcement of the Space Force, the new military branch of the United States,
if there's a World War III, there will be combat in space. I can guarantee it.
I would fucking adore it.
Army of space.
I want to be a spaceship door gunner.
What would the Chinese Space Force be named?
The People's Liberation Solar Front. I don't know.
Solar Front does sound really fucking big. Like that's a good.
The Solar
I like
Front.
Lunar Front.
The Lunar Front.
Honest, yeah.
Whatever Japan is, they're gonna be the Rising Lunar Front.
Man.
One country known for having a sun. Yeah, give me the Lunar Front.
Because, fuck you.
China wins.
Me.
China loses World War III. There are conspiracy theories that they escaped to the moon.
Oh no.
That like the
Really
leader,
want still,
the leader escaped.
and
to the moon.
I've been preaching this forever. Is just alien just aliens that we get fucked with, and then we kick their asses because we're better at war. We've been doing it all our lives. You know what I mean? And then we steal their shit and go find out where they live, and then do space Vietnam.
Exactly. It ain't me. It ain't me.
Okay, imagine It Ain't Me, but with like a synth wave.
You just ruined everything.
No, that's amazing. Fuck you.
My immersion
Full Metal
is
Jacket,
completely
but on
ruined.
Mars.
Yeah.
Like these Martians.
Just imagine like the astronauts. You know how they like walk on the moon like that, but like they're singing Mickey Mouse.
No, it's like these Martian hoes will suck you off for a nickel.
For 1 Bitcoin.
For one
One whole fucking Dogecoin. Dogecoin is the currency of the future.
Dogecoin. I don't know anything about crypto.
Yeah.
the Dogecoin uprising.
Let me
Okay.
get another beer.
Okay. Next story. Also, still in the Far East. So Russia builds a new barracks on disputed islands near Japan.
Amazing.
After the Soviets seized 4 islands at the end of World War II, Moscow and Tokyo have both claimed that they're theirs.
Wait, for how long? What the fuck?
It's over 70 years.
That's amazing.
That they had this dispute over the Kuril Islands. Because if anyone knows like where these are, so you know like the very north island of Japan? There's a little string of islands that go to like that weird little like panhandle at the end of Russia. And like they're basically to Kamchatka. And these little tiny islands between like northern Japan and Kamchatka, and these things have been like tossed back and forth for ages. Most of them are uninhabited. They're just fucking rocks. Just fucking rocks.
It's in between the Sea of fucking Russian name, and Pacific Ocean.
Okhotsk. And
Yeah, Okutsk.
the Kuril
Speaks
Islands.
no Slav.
So, Shinzo Abe.
Pacific Ocean.
Shinzo Abe is going to visit Russia tomorrow, as the two countries step up efforts to defuse the territorial dispute, preventing the World War II treaty from being broken.
What if Putin just hands him a vial, and then he says to him, like via translator or whatever, he's like, "Yo, if you put this in Japanese water, you know, your people they're gonna want to fuck."
Drink it, but elixir.
Birth rate up, Shinzo.
He makes a fucking neurotoxin that makes you want to fuck.
Not only that, it makes you want to be trad too. It makes you want to go find a woman to marry.
Like I can imagine,
Possibly,
like
just drink this elixir, you'll be okay.
Drink this elixir for the strength of Japan.
like Shinzo Abe, like he like smacks his lips. He like looks around, starts sweating.
He is Jesus in the desert, and the devil just gave him an out right there. Does he take the vial?
Leave that thing go. Drink that wicked
The
elixir.
ace in the hole.
I know.
He could save his entire country's crippling birth rate.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay,
Right there, and all it will cost him is a few violins.
Okay, Japanese intelligence says that that there's almost 4,000 Russian troops on these islands as part of an
Holy shit.
ongoing buildup. So, Japan is definitely not fucking prepared for any kind of war with Russia.
Reminder: they don't have a military.
Yeah, no, they have a National Guard and Coast Guard.
Do they?
That's not the same.
Shinzo Abe I thought he just passed legislation and
Like
started up a new military. Like a new, like not just defense base.
The funny thing is, like, there
offensive.
actually is, like, the same, like, militarist kind of faction that was in Japan, like, during World War II. Like, that never really went away. They just got silenced for, like, 60 years.
I miss Hirohito. Come back, bro. Come back,
Where my
Hirohito.
Hirohito niggas at? Where my Hirohito niggas at?
Come to Brazil.
So...
Is there anything of note on these islands, or why are they?
There's
I think just airspace.
no, there's speculation that there is oil underneath these islands.
Oh,
Zone, dude.
I guess they're taking a page out of the Americans' book, huh?
Well, the Chinese. Well, do you know what? Do we need to talk about the fucking South Sea island disputes, like with China and like all of its
We
neighbors?
might as well.
Okay, so the Spratly Islands, there's a tiny... Okay, between China and Vietnam and the Philippines, in that little sea there's a tiny little, like, scattering, it looks like a shotgun pellet, shot spread of little islands in the South China Sea. And the thing is that, like, every other country that borders this ocean, this little sea, claims that some of these islands are theirs, but China, more and more, has been building barracks and airstrips and airfields on these different islands, and basically has been colonizing and, like, just making artificial islands, like, because the sea in some areas is really shallow, just at points just making artificial islands just so they have more claim to it.
I bet they're using plastic.
And like, one of the things that they did, it's really funny, they made an aircraft carrier in the ocean, but it's made of rocks.
What?
Like they made an artificial island that's just a rectangle and it's just an airfield.
That's right.
Chinese ingenuity, dude.
That's pretty cool, actually.
They just made an indestructible aircraft carrier on the ocean.
They call it.
No, just an airstrip, not a fucking aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
Made a
Game with it.
Yeah,
Like
I'm carrying things by being stationary.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I'm an aircraft holder.
It looks like an aircraft carrier that's just sunk really low in
It's
the
an aircraft shelf.
I'm an aircraft
It's just a shelf.
shelf.
You put it there.
Aircraft spice rack.
There you go.
Oh, that's good.
It's just like the aircraft closet where you just leave.
Aircraft
Putin needs to
pantry.
go fucking get some people. He's like, go find it in the aircraft cupboard. It's right there. I left it in the ocean.
It's
Okay. What other story can we do
hard,
next?
guys.
We need to cut that part out, because we have like little 5-minute bits or whatever. Put that on YouTube.
Aircraft shelf.
Aircraft
spice
That's a
rack.
good bit.
Filler.
All right, I'll chop that one out.
Oh, that's fucking good. Keep this part in, by the way.
That was a good bit, bro.
yeah. Just leave this one in.
Keep
Bro, that was a
this
good
part.
bit.
End it right here.
Now.
Well, guys, what happened?
Well, I don't know, but
No, that'd be
yeah.
good.
Still
But
mad
I'm
at
reading
you.
up on. Cause I remember it blew my mind. Like, I want to say it was last year when I read about Abe wanting to make an offensive military, not just defensive.
Yeah, I'm rooting for them because, well, why wouldn't I be?
Yeah.
Green.
They're already trying to keep it back to nationalism, I hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Abe is based.
Okay. I got a new story right here in prep.
Alright, let's see.
Migrants.
Shinzo Abe.
Prep me.
Migrants eaten by sharks during rescue operation.
I like how sharks are like a big, bold thing.
Yeah, sharks.
It makes it seem like it's a group.
Yeah, sharks.
Wait,
Like
what?
some mercenary group called Sharks is out there gonna fucking eat them. Hi, welcome
back,
Croco. What the
Croco.
fuck?
Alright, guys, a North Korean bomber went by my house.
And
Okay.
you shoot him down?
He didn't
Migrants?
even get the fucking 40 cal.
Wait, I forget. Croco, where do you live again?
No, don't say.
South
No. He lives.
No, the country.
Korea.
I
I got bombed, okay?
Okay. Here we go. Migrants
It's
eaten
on
by.
the DMZ strip itself. He is the part of the strip.
Yeah, he's one of the
On the
defenses.
foot.
He's
Okay.
just a bear here.
Okay, migrants eaten by shark during rescue operation in the Mediterranean after boat sank, claiming 31 lives.
Holy shit.
At least 31 migrants died and 200 were rescued by the Libyan Coast Guard. When the Libyan
There it
Navy
is.
arrived, I didn't even know Libya had a navy.
I didn't. Or a coast guard.
Maybe like
There's just a
fucking
bunch of dudes on rafts.
Yeah, they
About to
spotted
say.
four.
Fishing boat.
They spotted 4 or 5 large blue sharks in the water near the people floating. Some of the
Okay,
bodies.
man, that's an amazing kill-death ratio. Like 5 dudes, just 5 sharks, fucking 31. Damn.
some tasty.
Was that six shit
6
skins?
per?
Yeah, 6 shit skins per shark. Say that 5 times fast.
Some of the
Fucking salute to our boys in blue.
CSP.
not all of the some bodies were bitten but not dead. Like, imagine.
Well, damn it, they tried.
They're just going for they're going for that.
All right. Oh boy. Okay, we got the breakdown.
Wait a minute, no, hang on. Let's think about this. I know this one thing about marine biology is sharks. You know how like dogs will just put shit in their mouth to test what the fuck it is, like if it's food, toy, whatever.
Mhm.
Sharks do the exact same thing.
The same thing. Yep.
So what if they just ate like a piece of them? They're like, ugh. Maybe what about this one? They just kept going for the next one.
Oh my god. Okay. 18 women and 3 children were eaten, while 40 people are still missing.
I like the idea of a shark underwater just going, ugh.
Can you just make that noise? Do it one more time.
Ugh.
I don't like Libyans. Yuck.
Ugh.
Libyan.
That is not pleasant to the palate. And he swims away.
His shark buddy rolls up. He's like, "Hey, bro, what's the matter with you?"
Oh man,
I don't know. I wouldn't go around.
try it yourself, buddy. Just take any of them. There's 200 of them.
I've had better here.
Yeah, there's really not much in this article saying.
I prefer
that, like,
those northern ones, you know.
What?
Yeah, so
The northern ones, you know, they're a lot cleaner, you know.
Okay, buddy.
okay, so
All right. When we arrived to the area of the town of Guvardi, I probably butchered that. I don't fucking care. One dinghy was semi-submerged and still had 44 people clinging onto it, whom were saved by Libyan patrol boat commander Nasa. I can't say that. Told the Italian newspaper Tu Di Giorno.
Il Giorno. The Journal.
No, that's Di Giorno.
DiGiorno's pizza. They told the
Yeah,
local
man.
DiGiorno's pizza.
Yeah, they would have given it to Tombstone, but they didn't show up quick enough.
There were a lot of bodies around, and they saw 4 or 5 sharks swimming around. Large blue sharks, really aggressive. When we brought the bodies on board, we noticed some of them had been bitten. It's possible that others were missing. They could have been eaten. So we're saying that. Wait, so there's 31 people who were confirmed eaten, but there's still like 60 that were unconfirmed eaten.
That were tasted.
That have been tasted.
Let's be honest.
Ooh.
How many of these people could swim?
I mean, we all know about,
True.
about like
They could have just fucking.
the swimming skills.
They could have just fucking drowned.
I don't know.
It's not like a fucking kraken just kind of like tentacled their arms and just fucking drug them in.
You don't know about that. These roaming shark gangs around Birmingham,
They're a real problem for our community.
yeah, the roaming shark gangs, like the media doesn't talk about them, but we know.
They don't talk about how picky they are either. I mean, just hearing.
We
their
don't talk
calls-
about the betrayal of 200, the betrayal of 2,000 Libyans in Birmingham by sharks.
I just want to say real fast, I'm watching the video, and it's titled "Libyan Coast Guard Intercepts a Migrant Boat from the Mediterranean." And if you play it, there's like some kind of naval vessel with nothing on deck at all, and then in the background you see a little tugboat chugging around, like with people on it. But then like it cuts again, and then you see these 2 soldiers wearing like camo bottoms and black t-shirts with AKs, and it's an interesting video.
The absolute
Being
state,
military.
They have like fucking tan DDUs bottoms.
The absolute state of the Libyan Navy.
There's nothing on that deck. There's no equipment but one crane. It's a long. It's.
What
fucking...
if they just use the crane like it's a fishing thing, but they just kind of fished all the migrants out?
Yeah.
They just dropped a net and trawled them out.
It looks like it's a cargo ship, if anything.
It's just a cargo ship at the military.
Look, you see the video? There's nothing on that deck.
I'm looking at the video. It's kind of weird. It's like
Oh, wait.
almost...
What the fuck?
Is this a conspiracy? Is Blue Ocean striking again?
How dare you,
For a second, I thought they had a Seawake, but never mind.
I want a cargo ship. I gotta say, like the kind of ship in this video, I want one. I want that ship.
Yeah,
Do that.
I'll
You
talk
want
shit
a
about it just because it's like what qualifies as like a naval vessel, but like I
do you want to be that one thing like what was that movie, Lord of War, where you just
where you have your own cargo
Fucking-
ship.
where he's like
big
potatoes and
bosses.
stuff, but underneath the potatoes is a bunch of AKs that you give to Africa.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
get
I
big
saw,
ship.
yeah,
I
I
want to
saw
smoke some
that.
big weed.
Yeah, I saw that one where like they have the ship in the middle of the ocean and like they get inspected and they open up one of the cargo boxes and it's just full of potatoes.
Green migrant style. I
And
want
the-
to.
And that is before that. Hang on. I think it's kind of funny how Luca's playing the video, but no one can see it because of that little Goblino flag and the podcast thing covering it.
Green migrant style. I want a cargo ship like this one.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Okay.
Anything else to say about some minorities? Anything? No?
Yeah, they stink.
Ugh.
Yeah,
That's a
what
fun
the shark's
word.
gotta say. Ugh.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
one. I got one right here. For all
Can I
these.
say
No,
this
no,
one,
that-
please?
That's it's a contender for the podcast episode 1 whose name is either or Spice Rack.
Spice.
Spice Rack Island. Alright.
Oh, I got
Reveal.
this. Okay.
Gun-loving
okay.
Trump supporter 46 who
Report.
appears to have obsession with missing children cases and reportedly admitted molesting a child is being investigated by cops over 2017 murders of 2 teen girls named... I can't read.
What the hell's?
I heard
wanted to
about
do
the
this.
story
I want to
earlier.
do the
Like,
Zoomer story. Like the PUBG,
Zoomer story.
PUBG and Fortnite banned in China. Overwatch needs
I will-
correction.
I will read this, okay? In an effort to police the country's video games, China... God, we're really on China today. China recently established the Online Gaming Ethics Review Committee, and that committee has reportedly found its first offenders and divided them into a list, separated them by corrective action, prohibited or withdraw, depending on their infractions. Like with games like Overwatch require corrective action, some have outright been prohibited. Violence got Fortnite banned in the country. Really? Fortnite out of... Okay.
Along with
Um,
other titles like PUBG, H1Z1, and more.
Yeah.
So they really don't.
What the fuck?
They really,
I love China
They
now.
really don't like
The-
the battle royale genre, do they?
Apparently,
Thank
no.
God.
The list was revealed on NGA, a Chinese forum, then translated and posted into Reddit. Ew. Ugh. However, users point to games like Fortnite and PUBG still being playable in the territory, so it is unclear if the actions have even been enforced yet.
I hope they take all the
What
Chinese
games
out of
you-
PUBG.
Yeah, no more hackers, right? There's 20 games
bye.
reviewed, 9 of which have been prohibited. PUBG, Fortnite, H1Z1's Alliance of Valiant Arms, probably a Korean title, Ring of Elysium, Free Fire Battlegrounds, Paladins, Knives Out, and Quantum Matrix were banned in the titles, but for slightly different reasons. PUBG was cited for blood and gore. The next
Okay.
3 were dinged for vulgar content. This might be due to emotes or something of the like.
They don't
The
like the
next three
standard.
titles-
They don't
The
like.
Yeah,
the,
they don't like
they
the
don't like the
Fortnite
Fortnite
The
dance.
default dances.
Yeah, fucking-
Oh no.
The next 3 titles were also knocked for overly revealing female characters.
Hell yeah.
Quantum Matrix, however, had
Trad.
reported blood and gore, vulgar content, and inharmonious chat.
Inharmonious
That
chat.
is so out of the control of the developers.
That is
I can't handle
that is such a like Chinese thing to say. Like the chat is inharmonious.
They're just walking around with like a feng shui meter in the game.
they have to fucking do a
Hey, yo,
Confucian
something's wrong
a
here.
Confucian analysis of this to make sure it's
They're
harmonious.
fucking like praying to their ancestors like, is this trad?
Is this harmonious? I don't know.
Oh,
It is inharmonious.
Ugh.
Okay.
Overt violence seemed to be one of the major factors getting Fortnite banned alongside of the other 8 of the 11 titles needing corrective action. None were docked for violence, including the games like Diablo, really, Diablo of all of them,
Or
and League of
LOL?
Legends. Yeah. Presumably having more melee combat and fewer realistic guns made it possible to duck the censors. But really, not like Diablo, not getting hit for violence? Are you
I
fucking
have
kidding
no
me?
idea how that works, but okay.
Have you played Diablo?
Okay,
Like, come on.
11 games are Arena of Valor, League of Legends, Blade and Soul, Chu Lu Xiang, Overwatch, Diablo, World of Warcraft, Westward Journey, Code Eva, and a bunch of other, sort of legend. Yes, it sounds like a bunch of like Korean like MMOs that haven't even busted into this market at all.
China deems that all those titles needed corrective action over inharmonious chat, overly revealing female characters, rewards given based on rank. What?
That's anti-communist.
It has
it is.
meritocracy.
This game, you leveled up. Not mine.
You leveled up. You got a loot crate. The fuck?
The sort of concepts
comrade.
of history and culture. Okay, so I can't play Dynasty Warriors in China. Is what that just told me.
It's too fantastical.
I can't play Guan Yu and use my Musu attack on 1,000 guards.
You can't. No.
Can't play as Queen in fucking
You can't play as the Qing Dynasty in Vic 2.
That really makes me upset. I actually like Dynasty Warriors a lot, even though it's a trash series.
Okay, so the game visuals promote incorrect values, or some other combination of the which.
I like the idea of incorrect values, to be honest.
Overwatch, however, is the only title that has game visuals promote incorrect values. That's unclear why. Inharmonious chat means a lack of a censored chat, and rewarding by rank may have something to do with a class system, which is inherently against Chinese communist values.
Holy
fucking
shit,
Tokyo.
dude.
I love this.
Blizzard also reportedly posted it to official Weibo account, saying it has not received a notice, but then deleted the statement. China also has not officially come out with a list of what games have or have not been banned.
Okay, for the audience, Weibo is basically the only social media allowed in China.
Whoa!
They only have one, basically.
Wait, so they can't go on Twitter?
No.
No.
Whoa.
How does Xi Jinping see Trump tweet?
He goes to Sweden.
Well, what makes you? Kroko actually thinks that the upper party has to go by the same rules as the proles. Okay.
Video games have not been the only thing banned from China. The country has also banned hip-hop culture, based, actors with tattoos, based, pornography, based, much of the internet, based, books, films, Winnie the Pooh, of all things.
Media from
Tiananmen Square.
Journals.
Nothing happened.
They also banned the letter N, I think, at one point.
Letter N, yeah.
Beautiful.
Fucking ban the letter N.
Winnie the Pooh censors may even cause problems for the up-and-coming Kingdom Hearts 3.
Dang.
Why Winnie the Pooh? What the fuck did he do?
Because Xi...
It's
It's inherent American culture.
No, because Xi Jinping looks like Winnie the Pooh, and like that was all over the poster.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, China bans Winnie the Pooh film after comparisons to President Yi.
President Yi. Yeet, Jinping.
Oh, I'm gonna put this into the prep.
Put this one in the prep. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at the fucking article. Look at this shit.
That's pretty good.
Look at the pictures.
What is that, dude?
I love this.
What did they mean by this?
Oh my god.
I like that first image that I put in there. It's just like he's just like, oh bother.
Oh,
They're just walking down the...
I was walking with some sandwiches, dude.
Winnie the Pooh
Luca,
walked.
sing.
Xi
Luca,
Jinping
please.
walked. Man,
Coincidence?
I think not.
I think not.
Luca, please put that on the screen.
Please.
Please kiss my butt.
Please, you must do this.
Oh, fuck Luca, please, Luca.
Luca.
Stop.
Oh,
Stuff it
I
wrong.
don't even know who Luca is.
And so I'm gonna meet you.
That is our streamer. Duh.
yeah, he's our camera. He's our camera buddy.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna meet Hindsight.
Why?
Okay. So
Hindsight.
hold on. Wait, let me find China bans N.
Why?
Why would you do such a thing?
Oh no, my internet's fucking dying.
Well, you know what? I believe that is a perfect time to stop this. We've been going on this for
About an hour.
About an hour and a half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna wrap it up here?
Yeah.
Alright, this was sponsored by Pepsi.
Stop.
I think I can take solace in the fact that I learned I actually am part of the fucking labs.
Sorry then.
There's that.
Well, yeah, you had your autistic shit fit like not too long ago.
I was eating my Cheetos, but now I'm nice and satiated and I'm placated.
Wait, so Cheetos calm the starving beast?
I guess they do. I don't know. I'm
Here's
really...
a fun fact. Did you know you can light hot Cheetos on fire and they will keep aflame?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I did the same thing.
They
with
have a
Fritos.
slow burn.
Yeah. You ever get Fritos? Light one end of a Frito on fire with a lighter, and it'll last for like much longer than like a match.
So what you're saying is, in my fucking bug out bag, I need a bag of hot Cheetos?
I saw like a TV.
If you ever encounter in your life like a fucking medieval torch or whatever, and you at the same time just so happen to have a bag of hot Cheetos, you can put that right in there, light it on fire, and you can you can go ahead and search that catacomb or whatever. And it'll keep that for quite some time.
Yeah, you guys ever watch like Survivor Man on TV? Because there was one, he had like a challenge where he had to start fire, and like he was only given like a handful of like Cheetos.
Oh, Cheetos?
Yeah, Cheetos and Fritos and shit, and he used it to start a fire. Just by clanking a rock and like another rock on it.
Now, I don't want anybody thinking like, oh, this is what you're putting in your body. I'm not one of those idiots who's gonna fucking cook Coke
it's just
and
oil.
then look at the sugar and go, look, that's in your body because it's fucking melted sugar.
It's fucking oil. Like oil burns.
Yeah.
Like,
don't get in anything like that boomer mentality of look, this, you're putting this into your system.
Don't get that high school gym teacher
Fucking
mentality.
course I am. I know what I'm putting in my body, dude. You gotta tell me.
Yeah, I know what I'm putting in my body, and I love it.
No, I'm putting literal fucking death in my body, dude. You gotta tell me.
No, I don't. Anyway, yeah. So the president of China being Winnie the Pooh. That's interesting. I feel like that's a good thing to end up on, and lighting hot Cheetos on fire.
I think.
Follow us at RWU2. Wish you a good night.
Yep.
Bye.
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 I love you. Please come back.
All right.
We'll have another episode tomorrow.
I mean, don't come back.
Next week.
Wait, tomorrow?
Oh yeah, next week. I plugged that one.
You have to right now.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Goodbye.